You don't have to fucking sell meat twice. This is a perfect banana.
You know all about perfect bananas.
That hurts. Let the legs open wide. The gospel according to Kyle. You are going to stay small, okay? It just got really quiet. It's like guillotining yourself in. Was this my own doing, potentially? Am I the problem? Maybe? What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. You join me Friday the 20th of February. 2 weeks out. 2 weeks out from becoming a wife. Oh my good God. 2 weeks out from the legal wedding. 8 weeks out from the big day. 12 days out from my photo shoot, I want to say. And I actually did start this video yesterday and I did vlog yesterday in the morning, and you know what, I was just in a bad mood and I was like, the vibes are not here, like the energy is just not here. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for documenting all parts of the process and shit like that, but also I want to make content that like is good, and you know, I don't just want to be like, I wasn't even complaining, but I could just feel that I was not quite myself. So I decided to scrap that video because I was like, listen, it's just one day, like whatever, I can catch the people up tomorrow. And I'm just restarting fresh from today. And I've woken up today, I feel way better. I'm in a better headspace, in a better mindset. Life is fucking good. And that's probably because I got to eat yesterday. It's probably because I actually got some carbs. So, recap on the week. I obviously had my high days, went out for dinner last week. That was delicious. Back onto baseline food from Sunday. So ran that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to pretend that I didn't just drop my vape. Whoopsie. But yeah, ran the high days then. And, no, sorry. I'm getting all confused. Ran the low days for those 4 days. And I'm not going to lie, I was struggling. Brev, I was so tired. I was waking up at half three. I mean, I woke up at 4:30 today, but that feels like a win. I was waking up at like 3:30, couldn't get back to sleep. I was starving. My energy was low. I was just like not really bothered being in the gym. And I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I actually doing this? Because I'm just trying to look and feel good for my wedding. I don't need to be feeling this way. So I checked in yesterday morning with Christian and he called 2 high days. And I just kind of said, I was like, listen, I'm pretty fucked, you know? And he was like, okay, we're going to start reversing from Saturday, which I kind of was going to tell him that we were going to do that anyway, because yeah, I'm not one, like, I don't subscribe to this idea that you need to starve yourself to fit into a dress or be miserable in the lead up to your wedding. Like, I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel good and I want to feel like, yeah, I like pushing myself. And I think what it was for me was, look, I'm no stranger to hunger, tiredness, like low energy. If I was competing, I relish that feeling. I love it because it means I'm doing what I need to do, right? Like, you don't get into contest shape without fucking suffering a little bit, but I don't need to suffer for my wedding. Like, hell no. And even though I'm doing a photo shoot, like, I know I'm in great shape for a photo shoot, so I'm more than happy to just call the diet here and just kind of start maintaining, get back like calories into a normal place. Again, like, I'm obviously not going to be pushing up. Like, I will very much be maintaining for the next 8 weeks, but like, I just even, like, I'm quite lean. Like, I was looking at myself the other day and I was like, oh, I'm actually probably a bit too lean, like, for my wedding. Even yesterday in the gym, like, I was getting, like, vascularity in my arms and I was thinking, oh, no. That is not the move. That is not the vibe. I do not want to be walking up the gym. I don't want to be walking up the aisle, like, covered in veins. You know, I don't know. That was only when I was training, and I don't plan on doing a pump up right before I walk down the aisle, but honestly, who fucking knows? But yeah, like, I just was like, you know what, like, I don't need to look this extreme. So yeah, I'm happy that we can just kind of relax a little bit now and kind of like ease in to the photo shoot. So did my high day yesterday, I'm doing another high day today, and then we're going out for dinner tomorrow. That was instructed to me. Kirsten was like, can you go out for an off-hand meal? And I was like, you don't have to fucking sell meat twice. You never have to tell me to eat. Like, I'm always up to eat. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the plan for this weekend. And what else? Oh yeah, sorry, changes. Obviously, little spicy change. We have put Anavar back in. That went back in on Sunday. It's literally just for 2 weeks, just going up into the shoot, just to harden me up a little bit. It's not a cycle. Like, I mean, it's not like a real cycle. I'm not growing, I'm not building muscle. And I know some people will be like, why would you bother? It's purely for the visual effects. And because Anavar, being an oral, is, it's got a very short half-life, so it's going to impact the physique pretty quickly, which I've already seen it change how I look, and it's going to leave very quickly. It'll be cleared very, very quickly from the body. So 6 whole weeks between the photo shoot and the big wedding, there will be literally none of it in my system, and I will just look fully back to normal. And then that gives me kind of 6 weeks fully off, and then obviously post-wedding, I'll be going back on to like a proper cycle. So yeah, that's gone back in. I'm obviously not going to disclose like dosages or anything like that, because it's not relevant to anybody else. It's just what I'm taking and, you know, what I have taken in the past and I'm comfortable with. But yeah, I definitely have seen like a shift in my physique from putting it back in. You know, really happy with like my post-workout shots and how everything's looking. And yeah, just like feeling, like I said, just generally feeling really good in my physique. I'm happy with how I'm looking, and just no desire to really push to get any leaner now. Like, I think if my face got any leaner, I would be like unwell looking, and that's not what we want. I also, my Botox is like kicked in quite a lot now. I do need to get a top up next week, which I will be doing. But yeah, that's our had a great session yesterday. We're training glutes and delts today. I'm excited. It's been a busy morning. I'm getting loads of just work done, like ahead of obviously taking some time off when I'm home for the wedding, which is crazy. And yeah, it's just good. So yeah, really good mood today. I'm happy. Just recorded a good podcast. I love when I record a podcast, I'm really happy with it. I'm like, oh yeah, like that, I think that was a good podcast, but that will be live next week. So anyway, I think that's all the updates from me. just excited to eat again today, to be honest. Like, I just love it. I just love food. I had pesto pasta last night. So, I will be going out on a walk now. Get our steps in. Just having some hydroflow. We finally got our hydroflow back. I haven't had it for a few weeks. Just delicious. We got the orange soda one. So fucking good. So anyway, I will catch you guys for meal one, and then we will be heading to the gym. Also guys, how cute is this top? I got it from Dark Sport. From their latest, the Dark Sport Athletics. And I've just been wearing it all week because I just love it. I just love the colour. I feel like I'm in Baywatch. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop rambling now and I will catch you guys in a minute. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, comment, do all that good shit on this channel. Okay, bye. Breakfast time, of course. There you go, peanut butter jam, egg whites, tomatoes. I also have 120 grams of bananas. Also, I just need to show you guys, like, okay, this is a perfect banana. Okay, yellow, but just like some slight spots. Like, I knew when I picked these up yesterday in the shop, I was like, these are going to be perfect. I like them ripe. I do not like, if there's any green on it, fuck off. But this, perfection. Shane agrees. Perfect bananas, right?
Yeah. You know all about perfect bananas.
Okay, Slay, look at me. I have microphones in the gym. I always say I'm going to do this, and then I never do because I get embarrassed, but I've just decided I don't care anymore. Like, nobody cares what I'm doing. And cringe is the cost of entry. So, do's and don'ts, I'm starting with Booty Builder. So, I've been doing like 52.5 on this per side. And last time I got 9 and then 8 reps. So, hoping to get 10 today, and then maybe I'll increase the weight the next time. But at this point, I'm not seeing huge progressions, but I feel like today, back on Anavar, we might see some. So I'll talk you guys through how I do this once I'm kind of a bit more warmed up. I kind of do like three warm-up sets. So I'll do 20 aside, 40 aside, 50 aside, and then my working set. Okay, so this is my last warm-up set. So I have 50 aside. So just to run you through a few things. So I did this the other day. I thought of this. Basically, I kind of like tweaked my back the other week, lifting the weight up because find the Booty Builder, it starts down so low. So I got a 20 kilo plate and I put it under my bum, which meant that I don't have to come down from such a massive hip flex position at the bottom just to get the weight up. So it's way more comfortable. So I've been doing that. And another thing that I do on these that everyone always asks me about is I have my feet like this on the platform. So you'll see I have like my heels basically halfway on. So I keep the shoes on so that I still have a flat surface so I can still press through big toe, little toe and heel. The reason I do this is so that when I'm at the top, my shins are still kind of vertical. Whereas if I have my feet here, do you see like there's more of an angle at my knee, which basically just means I feel my quads a little bit more. It also means that my knees are like my knees are higher than my head. Whereas when I'm here, I'm more parallel. So that's why I do it that way. Everyone always asks me every time I post on my Instagram story, they're like, why are you doing it that way? It wasn't my idea, it was Kyle's idea. So it's just hard to buckle myself in. another cue with this is I really think about like I'm almost seesawing around the back pad rather than being fully up on the pad and like moving through my back. You want to think about keeping the rib cage stacked, and this all moves as one. So like it moves like this rather than moving down here like this. Just a few more loops. So I'm gonna add 2.5 to side and do my working side. Oh my god, that hurts. When you get these like, that hurts. Alright, so that's my 2 sets of hip thrusts done. Got 10, then I got 9. So probably increase the weight a little bit next time. So that's glutes hitting their shortened range and the contraction where it's hardest to get into that position. So shifted a good bit of load there. My glutes, they always just feel like so pumped. You know that meme of like Patrick with the buns of steel in SpongeBob? That's me after I do the bodybuilder, which is good. Nice. It's good to like get blood into the muscle. Sorry, I'm already out of breath. So next we're going into B stance RDLs. So I think after this diet is done, like after the photo shoot, we're going back to normal RDLs, which I'm actually really excited about because I missed them. I've just gotten really good at them and then I stopped doing them because of surgery. So I'm just going to do the B stance for the next 2 weeks, and then I think we're making some program changes. So with the B stance RDLs, I have my front, like my toe, very slightly elevated on a wedge. It's just to allow, in Kyle's words, better distal input, which basically just means driving through the front of the foot a little bit better. I really come all the way off of the back foot as much as possible. I think about driving basically all of my weight into that front foot, and I'm not coming all the way to the floor. I'm not coming into excessive range of motion. I kind of stop when I hit the top of my sock. That's what Kyle says. He's like, wear the same socks and just stop when you hit that. So that's the plan. So yeah, I'm gonna do these with the 25. So I always just warm up with one dumbbell and then I just do my working set with both, and then I'm kind of ready to go. So one thing you'll notice that I do with these is I very slightly twist towards the working side, which just creates a bit more stretch on the glute. Oh, so glutey. Got one set of each leg done with those. It's kind of why I want to go back to RDLs. I hate having to do like two
2 sets per leg. I'm just lazy. So tips with this as well. I really think about shifting myself onto the front of my foot. What I see a lot of people do with a V-stance RDL is they're way too heel dominant, and you'll see as they come down, their whole shin travels back. So they're not actually getting, the movement is not just coming from the hip, it's coming from the shin moving, but this is a hip movement. So we want that shin to stay vertical, slight bend in the knee, but pretty much all that movement comes from the hip, just traveling back and forwards. That's why I think the front of the foot elevation helps. It almost forces you to like think about driving on to the front of the foot, and then as I'm coming up, I think about squeezing or driving through my big toe, and that helps a lot for whatever reason. I just feel like this is the only exercise I do where I actually feel the upper glute in the lengthened range, and they're good. I do like them. But I liked them before because I didn't like RDLs, but now I love RDLs. I like just normal RDLs. I'm just procrastinating to do my second set now, so I will film that and then I'll be on to split squats. Okay, so next up, I've got split squats. So I do these dumbbell loaded, bilateral, just because me trying to do it with one dumbbell, it's too heavy. It's better off me using 2. So I'm much for a roller. I hate benches, and I have it set up so you can see like the line on the floor. This is where my toe is going to go. I was going to use like this thing to mark it, but I just figured I'll just use the floor. So I will just show you warming up with one dumbbell. So I have a stance that's like wide-ish, and because I'm obviously doing these to be more glute biased, right? I'm still going to hit quads. It is a split squat. It's impossible not to. Again, I'm wellness, so it's okay if I hit some quads. But the main things I'm thinking about here is 1, slightly twisting again towards this side to create more stretch on the glute. I'm leaning really far forward and hinging forward and just sitting down into the hip. I'm stopping when I get to about here and then coming back up. So I'm not coming like all the way down, which I used to do, but Kyle doesn't want me doing that. He said around here is fine, just kind of parallel, which to be fair, I do really feel like that stays on the glutes a lot. So his key was always tit to knee, so really big hinge forward to create a lot of stretch on the glute. Thankfully I only have 1 set each of these, because 1 set per leg, because even just 1 set kills me. Okay, so glute builder, V-stance RDLs, split squats. That's like the hardest part of the session done. So now I just have adductors, abductors, and delts. So I have 2 sets of adductors. So main cues here is I always set the pads quite far, and I kind of get in like this and like self-assist myself in. We want to think long spine, head back. We don't want to be crunching over. Hold the handles, pull yourself down nice and hard. And really it's just control the weight, pause in the bottom, pause in the top as well. Like, don't go fast with this. And then this is not my working set, but say if it was my working set, once I kind of fail and I can't get the whole rep in, I'll just self-assist the last one. That's really fine for that. If you want thick legs, you need to be doing adductors. Especially if you're doing wellness, like you can't milk that gap.
Another thing with adductors is I see so many people do like half range of motion. No. Let the legs open wide. You know what I mean? Get a good stretch. Okay, after adductors, we then have abductors. So I do some sort of like abduction every single day. Twice a week I do this. Twice a week I do glute kickback. Because as we all know, my judge's feedback was more over glutes every single time. So that's probably going to be my feedback for the rest of my life, like most people's, because it's a really hard muscle to grow. But I do think it's grown. Looking at my pictures, definitely have more there, and I can actually feel it when I train it, which, you know, a lot of people, they're like, oh, like I don't have a good mind muscle connection, I can't feel the muscle. Yeah, it's because you don't have it yet. Like it's not built yet. So like sometimes you have to focus on training it first, and then it grows, then you get the connection. It's just, that's an aside. But I do these leaning forward because, again, the gospel according to Kyle, he said this hits more upper glutes. To be fair, it does feel like it. I mean, doing it this way, I feel like I can just really feel it all here. So main thing here is just drive with like this part of the leg. Don't be like thinking like driving the feet out. Think knees out, and yeah, just control it. Don't like throw the weight out. Like actually think about contracting and squeezing the glutes. And then as you lower the weight as well. So as I'm lowering this here, I'm still squeezing my glutes. It kills. Remember, just because it's like an isolation exercise or what you might deem to be a fluffy exercise does not mean you give it any less intensity. Like your last reps should still be hard. They should still be a struggle. You should be fighting through it. If you half-ass your isolations, you are going to stay small, okay? Okay, glutes are done. Seriously, glutes are done. So now we have just lateral raise and press. So crucifix lateral raises are one of my favorite variations. I just actually feel these so much in my delts, nothing in my traps. So obviously I've got bench at an angle here. I have the cables just below knee, and I kind of think about bringing my arms to the corners of the room. And I stop when I'm here. We don't need to come all the way back here because that's coming off of the lateral delts. And then I will just show you something. So last week I used the weight 9.1, which was like the second pin because these are humbling as fuck. And I got like 16, 17 reps. So I tried to go up to the next one and I got 6. So I was like, shit. So I'm gonna show you guys what to do if the jump from one weight to the next was too much on like a pin loaded thing. So you can see here I've just got 2.5 kilo plates and I've just slotted it over this. 2.5 is the lightest plate that they actually have down here in this part of the gym. If they had a 1.25, I probably would have grabbed that, but to be fair, I still got 12 reps with that added. And that's just a really easy way on any pin loaded machine. Like you can do that on like a leg extension, like whatever, just to bridge the gap. Because especially like, because I think I was doing, is it 20 pounds? 20 pounds. And the next weight is 30 pounds. Like that's a huge percentage increase. That would like be me. That would like be me. It just got really quiet.
I can talk when there's music playing, but not when it's quiet. But that'll be like me doing, say, the 20 kilo dumbbells for a shoulder press and then being like, I'm gonna go up to 30 kilos. Like, it's never gonna fucking happen. So we just need like a little bit more of a gap. So yeah, that's this. And then I just 3 sets of this and then 2 sets of shoulder press. Okay. There's nobody else in here, hence why I'm talking a lot louder now. Final exercise is split machine shoulder press, but I do these with a dead stop. Oh my god. It's like guillotining yourself in. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, I've got the stopper set up here. So yeah, I just do these, I mean, it's self-fucking-explanatory as a dead stop. So like I push up, and then I come all the way back down, and then I settle back down at the bottom before I push up again. Just a bit of a different variation. Again, Kyle's kind of got the philosophy, I mean, it's not even a philosophy, it's fucking true. Strong muscle equal big muscle. So hence why I kind of do like a lot of lower rep ranges. So this is like 2 sets of 5 to 8, I think. And I can do a whopping 7.5 kilos a side. Look, my pressing is not strong, but like, I don't need huge delts. They're big enough. But yeah, this and then I will be finished. And I get to go home and eat. Okay, biggest tip with the press is it starts with the feet. So you want to make sure your feet are planted and driving into the floor. That makes all of this super stable. What I see a lot of people do and what I used to always do was I'd be pressing and like my feet, I'm like fucking happy feet dancing around. That just, you lose all that external stability on the floor. So just really make sure that you're driving hard into the floor. Okay, we are back from a very good glutes and delts session. That was good. I'm glad I just got over myself and fucking whipped out the microphone. So I feel like it was a bit chaotic, but it's fine. I'll get better. So post-workout, we have 100 grams of rice, 75 grams of pineapple, 110 grams of turkey, veggies, sauerkraut, some sugar-free teriyaki sweats. My pretty much favorite post-workout meal at the moment. It's kind of a go-to. And I'm just going to enjoy this in the sun. Honestly, like, can you eat big bowl of food in the sun? No, you can't. It's just 10 out of 10. So I'm just going to absorb some rays here, eat this, and then we're actually going to drive into my base centre because I want to go to Holland and Barrett and see if they have Pippin Nut Sweet and Salty, because they did have it in another one that I was in once, so, and I'm running low, so that's my plan. And then I've got a call this evening with a client, so yeah. Alright, we're back from our adventure to Holland and Barrett, and they didn't have any sweet and salty peanut butter. Oh, so I'm on my last tub right now, so I was like, right, I'll keep that for my yogurt bowl. And I did get a huge tub of the fully roasted Meridian one, and since I was there, I got I also got a big tub of almond butter, because I'm always having to go to the organic shop and buy like the little tubs, which are fucking expensive, and this was only like €20 for, what is it, a kilo, so value. So anyway, I'm gonna make my next meal because I'm hungry.
Alright, so we have the tiramisu Weetabix cheesecake. I haven't had one of these in ages. Oh, so basically 3 Weetabix. I've got a shot of decaf espresso in there and then some almond milk. Crush that up into the base, let that set. 250 grams of Greek yogurt, vanilla flavor drops, 20 grams dark chocolate chopped up. Layer it on top, put that in the fridge this morning. Chopped up some bananas and then a little bit of cocoa powder over it, and it's so like it's so fucking delicious. So I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I will get upstairs and do some work after my little fun afternoon of like going into the shops. One job. Okay, I did some work. I went on a walk because I have a call with a client in a little bit. So that's when I normally go on a walk with Shane and Samson. So I decided to just go and get some stuff to do beforehand. And now I'm having my dinner. 400 grams of potatoes. Love it. Chicken, veg. Just good. Just fucking simple. Just simple. Also guys, I'm sorry. A moment for the skin. I've obviously been like going through all my skin treatments for the wedding. So I've had 2 microneedling sessions. I'm getting dermaplaning next week. Then I have a peel. Then I have a dermaplane before the wedding. I'm still using my GHKCU, and honestly, like, it's not perfect. My skin's never gonna be perfect. Like, but it's pretty fucking good. So the wedding glow up is real, and I got my Botox last week, so shiny. Okay, I'm gonna munch on this, and then I will catch you guys for the final meal, which I am so excited for because it's kind of a fun one. Okay, just had a call with one of my clients. We were talking about PEDs and drugs, because if I ever have a client who is, you know, thinking about it, I always want to jump on a call and just run them through absolutely everything. So that was a really good chat with her. Very exciting. And I've just made my final meal, which as you can see is a creamy. So I got the Perform cookie dough isolate finally. So this is my first time trying it. I've got 20 grams of dark chocolate made into a sauce, and then I was like, well, it's cookie dough. So I was like, you know what? I have free will. So I'm gonna put some fucking mini cookies on it. So I got the Chips Ahoy mini cookie bags. They're 200 calories per bag. It's like 25 carbs. So I've put some of them in the creamy as mix it and then some on top. And yeah, Samson has decided now's the time to like me. But yeah, this honestly, I think this is gonna slap. Let me try some. Yeah, it's nice. It is cookie dough flavored. Like I don't know why, I thought it had bits of cookie dough in it. I think that's the ghost one, but still, that's nice, especially when you add in like the little cookies. So yes, I'm excited. So I'm just gonna eat this and then we'll be heading to bed in a little while. So I will catch you guys in the morning with whatever updates we got.
have X amount of time to dedicate to my work. Okay, right, that's one fact. The facts are also that it's taking me until 11 a.m. every single day.
Does, how the liver works, and the phases of detoxification. In this lecture, we're going to cover the signs that the liver isn't working properly and the various ways in which the liver malfunctions. Now that you have a clear picture of the liver's detoxification system, let's take a look at what happens when this system becomes overburdened and subsequently dysfunctional.
Good fucking morning, gang. How are we all doing? I asked that as if I didn't ask that at the start of the video. Anyway, obviously it's Saturday morning. It's a fucking beautiful morning. The jumper is off. The jumper is off. It's kind of like an awkward temperature right now where if I leave the house with no jumper on, it's quite chilly for the first kind of part of the walk. But then once it gets to the second half of the walk and I've built up some body heat, I'm quite warm, but you know, it's fine. I'll carry it. Could always tie it around my waist. Remember how we used to do that? Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I've woken up this morning feeling like I've been hit by a bus. For whatever reason, my sleep last night was shit. Like, it was diabolical, the worst it's been. I woke up at 20 past 2, and I was roasting. Like, I was so hot and tossing, turning. I ended up trying to plug in the aircon, realised it didn't work. We had like an issue with our electricity a couple of weeks ago, and now, like, I even, like, the socket that we thought was the issue, I plugged the aircon into a different socket, one that I know is working. It still wouldn't turn on, so gonna have to try and get that fixed. Well, obviously I will just contact the landlord, but yeah, it's annoying because it's getting kind of warm now, so we're gonna need the aircon pretty soon. And then I was just like tossing and turning, like, I'll put up a screenshot of my Oura Ring, like, you can like see the sleep architecture, and like there's just like a 2-hour gap after 2 o'clock where I was just fully awake, and I was like, oh, it was so horrible. And then because it was only like 2 o'clock, I was like, I'm just gonna take some melatonin. Bad idea. It's always a bad idea because then I wake up feeling even worse, but I just couldn't settle and get back to sleep. So yeah, safe to say I don't feel too good this morning. I don't know if it was because I did take melanotan before bed, which I don't normally do, and I did take twice the dose I normally take because I had missed it the day or two before. So was this my own doing potentially? Am I the problem? Maybe. I'm gonna pretend not, but yeah, obviously it's just one of them ones, but I'll be fine. My weight did go up to like 141 this morning, so again, quite a big jump, but I'll put my pictures up. Like, I really like the pictures, so I'm not concerned like with the weight. Again, drugs are in, my lower body is sore, like I can feel it just walking now, and like, who cares what the weight is once the visuals are good. And Christian was happy. So today my plan is, he said, do your normal rest day diet, but then obviously we're going out for dinner tonight for an off-plan meal. So we're going to go to a place in Portamanus that I've wanted to go to for ages, and I haven't been down in Portamanus for dinner in, honestly, don't even know how long. I don't know if I even went last year, because Portamanus in Marbella is like the kind of tourist hotspot. It's where all the yachts and shit are, and in the summer I just avoid it because of tourists. Yes, I am one of those people who's like an expat and comes to a country and it's like, oh, the tourists, but they are like, it's so busy and it's so annoying. So yeah, we're gonna go down because it should be nice. I also have cardio to do today, and I'm thankfully getting a massage, so I've got some body work at 2:30. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice relaxing chill day. And then he said from tomorrow we will start reversing, which yeah, I'm excited for. Like, I am excited for it. So anyway, I will probably catch you guys in the gym when I'm doing cardio or something like that, and let's try and... The energy was so good yesterday. I was in such a good mood. I was like, yeah, let's fucking go. And today I'm like, oh. But that's just the reality of being a human whose energy fluctuates. What can we do about it? It's fine. At least the sun is out, so I really can't complain. Okay, I will catch you guys later. Alrighty, we made it back from cardio, guys. So we're on the way to the gym. I'm literally like eyes closing in the car. I'm so tired. My body feels so fucked. I'm like, I don't want to do this cardio. I really don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Get out of the car. Go to get my keys out of my bag. Look in the pocket. My AirPods aren't there. My AirPods are not there. And I'm like, what? Because I remember looking at them like on the fucking counter and being like, don't forget those. Checked, find my AirPods, and yes, they were at home. So I had to do the cardio with no AirPods, and I was like, fuck this. I don't know if I can do it. Now, to be fair, it actually ended up being fine. It went by pretty quick. I watched a YouTube video just with the subtitles on, and then I had shit to do. Like, you know, this is the joy of being a coach. There's always messages to reply to, posts to make, all that sort of stuff. And then I looked at the clock, and it was at 28 minutes. And I was like, great. So it was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. And then we did a big food shop for the week, which, by the way, basically full food shop, €106, like so cheap when you think about it. Anyway, and now I'm having my lunch, which is just my stir fry, which I'm very, very excited for. And then I have a massage in half an hour. I also washed and blow dried my hair, so it will be fresh for me guys tonight. So I'm going to enjoy this, and I will catch you guys anon. All right, we're about to head out for dinner. So I'm all ready. I'm all glammed up. I'll show you guys the fit. So I've got, I want to say I got this top on ASOS. I don't know, but I fucking love it. So cute. Little Dickies skirt. We love her. I've got my Samsung. I don't know if you can see Samsung dead. My like Doc Marten fucking, I will show you guys. My Doc Marten stomper sandals. I love these. And that's pretty much it. I am bringing like a little leather jacket because it can get a little bit chilly here in the evening. Got the black hoodie, which comes with me everywhere, and I'm excited for dinner. So I will catch you guys at the restaurant. We're heading down to Puerto Banús, so as I said, it'll be nice.
Huh? What? That's what we call the fucking menu.
Alrighty, we're back. Dinner was nice. It was grand. I feel like that place, Jack's Smokehouse, it's more burgers, wings, like that sort of vibe. So obviously getting like a Mexican dish, and Shane basically got like a Japanese dish. Like, was it ever going to be as good as if I got it in an actual Mexican or an actual Japanese? No, but it was nice. It was simple. I did track it. I'll like show you guys how I tracked it. To be honest, I think it was pretty moderate calories. Like, it really wasn't anything much, but I didn't want something super huge and super indulgent. Like, I am still doing a photo shoot in a week and a half, so, you know, just want to be somewhat mindful of it. It's just nice to like get dressed up, go out, feel nice, and just have a nice evening together. That's officially our last date night as like not man and wife. Oh, next time we go on a date, we will literally be a married couple. Oh my good god. Anyway, creamy, of course. For dessert, to be honest, Mike, like, they gave us a dessert menu, and I was like, no shade, but my creamy sounds nicer. So I'm very excited to eat this, and then tomorrow I'll be checking in with Christian, and he'll be letting me know like my targets and stuff for like the reverse. So I might update you guys in the morning with that. My lipstick looks a bit funky, so I'll give you guys an update in the morning with like the plan of action. So I will catch you guys then. Alrighty, Sunday morning. I have been awake for quite a while. but it's fine. We're feeling absolutely fine. I'm way less tired than I was yesterday, so that's good. That's good. I will take that, okay? And I'm excited to go and train today. So, checked in with Christian. I will pop my pictures here. Very happy with them. Really happy with the look. Yeah, this is a good look. Like, I'm pretty pleased. And now it's just kind of a case of like cruising here up until the shoot, maintaining till the wedding. So I have just had my adjustments in from Christian. So basically, just to start the reverse, we're just adding 75 carb or 150 calories. So no, not 150 calories. 300 calories. 150 calories. 300 calories. I was thinking 150 doesn't sound like a lot. 300 calories per day. So I'm now at 180 protein, 275 carb and about 60 fat on a training day. 180 protein, 225 carb and about 60 fat on a rest day. So what would that be like? 2200 and like 2400 calories. I need to do the calculation. I just do everything in macros, so I never really think too much about the calories. So I'm excited to just be, just eating a bit more. Do you know what it is, lads? Bored of dieting. So my meals are not going to change. Like, I might do a full day of eating during the week. It's very much just going to be the same as I was having, but just a little bit more, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily need to like add loads of food, you know, or like have all these different foods and loads of different variety. I think when you're starting a reverse, my biggest tip is always keep food sources the same, because that just helps with managing appetite. It can be very tempting to try and fit in loads of nice things and little treats, but ultimately that's just going to drive up your hunger a little bit more and your appetite a little bit more as well. So that is the plan. So yeah, we'll probably, like I said, do maybe a full day of eating during the week, but this week should be good. I have a special guest coming out to visit me, so you guys will have to wait for the next vlog to see that, okay? And aside from that, I just hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all of that good stuff, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.